very real with you, to be very honest with you. I'm starting a new series called Hate Talks, and the first character I'm going through is Shinji, because when I watched the movie, when I watched everything, like, he saved so many times. There's a lot of things that I really do explain in this video, but then I don't go into too great of a detail, because I don't really like. I only know it is an iceberg. I only know like below it, but not the bottom. If you understand what I mean. So make sure you enjoy the video, and please subscribe, like the button. I really appreciate that. Thank you. What's his name? His name is, I forgot his name. Shinji Ikari. Oh my god, I don't know where to start. There are like many moments from when he's first introduced in season 1. There's season 1, yeah, episode 1. They talk about a lot of things, about how this guy had to deal with a non-loving father, that he just moved from all the way because he thought that his father was calling him a shit. And even like his father was not really like looking for him in general. Shinji like wasn't really like mentally strong, and of course as a young middle schooler that is understandable, but then he needs to actually like toughen up and get better. But then we realize that our main character is pushed into action immediately in the second or third episode, I'm not sure. He's given this chance to save somebody that he doesn't know, and he has to do it because there's no other choice he has. And instead of crying about it, he's not going to do that. He's going to do it, go and then start do it. He enters the mech. What's it called again? The Evangelion 1, I think. Evangelion 1. Yes, he enters the Evangelion 1, and then Gendo, his father, instructs him, and then they don't really instruct him, but then he literally goes berserk first interaction, and then he basically merges with the whole thing, like those fluids inside, he can breathe inside, basically like makes you compatible with it, yeah, of course. And that makes a lot of sense. Compatibility, everything. I really like the power scheming and everything. But my best character is Asuka. Sorry, best character. And also Ryoji. He's calm. Like, he's a calm character. Okay, I'm back to what I was talking about. So basically, Neon Genesis is basically about the Earth had a first impact, second impact, and a third impact. If I'm sure about it, yeah. I did research this. After that, right? The first impacts, angels come, flying beings with power, and then the humans are not able to stop it. But then a group of scientists come up with a way, and then find out the thinkers and everything, and then of course it works out. Yeah, after that, I think that right now they're probably in the third impact right now, and yeah. So skip everything, because most of it doesn't matter. It's really low-key. There's no filler, but it doesn't really matter. After that, we go to like this scene where Shinji meets his caretaker already. Like from the start, he meets his caretaker, Misato, which she has problems of her own. Like we're going to talk about in a different video. But basically, almost every character here either has mental trauma, post-traumatic stress, PTSD, alcohol issues. Every mental barrier is in it. And then Shinji thinks that he's the victim, but then Misato tries to comfort him, and he's always saying sorry. Like there's no time this guy is not kneeling down to his knees and saying sorry. You need to understand what I mean by that. Then Shinji goes through this whole process. He does not. I'm so certain. He's like his whole personality, his whole archetype, and his whole everything I just don't like it because he's not really flowing with the other characters. They all have problems, but Shinji likes to show it to all of them. There were plenty flashbacks in the movie. They explained every single thing. I'm gonna go over that soon. Then after that, Ryoji and Misato were like a couple before, but then they hit things again, knocked it off again. It was back and forth. Like, bro, I wasn't really getting it. Then freaking Gendo was a bad father. Like, everybody here has that problem, but then Shinji, he has the worst of them all. He allows his problems go to other people, and then lead people to, it's like he majorly causes the freaking Evangelions to, what's called again, go berserk most of the time. And also that blue hair girl, I forgot her name, but then she's like not a human being, but then she really loves Gendo, but then she finds out later on that Gendo did a whole thing. Like, that guy's messed up. That is it. Like, he wanted to be God basically, but then she didn't agree. And yeah, now I'm going to the movie. So Gendo, right? Gendo talks about how he wants to like do this thing, become God. Everything makes sense. But it's really selfish of him. That's one. Two, the movie starts up in a very, 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 very weird manner. So after Asuka got injured from an angel fight or something, Shinji with his right mind, right, goes up. How she's unconscious on the hospital bed. Bro did not waste time. Yanked his pants down, got her hand, started using it on him. Like, bro, what kind of desperation is that? And then he now felt guilty after that. Like, of course that's how you feel after you do those shit. No, bro. You can sound how angry I am. Shinji's such a wasted character. Wasted character. I blame his father Gendo and he's like his whole perspectives. He wanted his wife back, but at what cost? Your child? No, bro. Gotta get yourself right. So, of course, Shinji, the bitch he is, does absolutely nothing and then just goes on his day. And then later on in the movie, we learn that these people want to, the government or the government want to end the angels in pursuit, the Evangelion as a whole, because shady things have happened. And yeah, and of course Gendo wasn't listening. He wanted to become God, but then that backfired for him. Bitch nigga. And then after that, Shinji does nothing. They call him to come. He comes, hides under a staircase, does nothing. Misato has to save his ass. And then after Misato came back and saved his ass, she tried to drag him. He did. He was not moving. Like, bro, what kind of trauma are you going through to not save the world? Like, save your friends, bro. Like, there's only one time where he actually locked in. Like, bro. So after that, right, Gendo is, I think, down, like he's down in the basement or something, and then he tries to use the original sphere thing from the, I think the parent or the father of the angel, and then tries to, like, he asks the blue hair girl that is not a human to, like, help him with his mission, that they both should be good. And of course she disagrees because she realizes that, oh, this guy's a bitch and, like, I don't really like him like that anymore, due to that other weird guy at the side. I don't know his name. That guy was just weird. Right after that, I'm so sorry, but this is all peak writing. The author was bamboozling with notes was using his pen, was orchestrating, was amphitheating. Like, bro, that's not a word, but he was making a peak. So, of course, I give props to the writer, but to the freaking author and the writer, and the people who animated it. Tried their best. They did very well, even in 1990s movie. They did very, very well. Tobi series loved it. What else? As I was saying, freaking after Shinji was still being a bitch and waiting, she Misato tried her last ditch effort to try and boost this guy's morale. She gives him a kiss. I'm like, Shinji's like 14, yeah, right? He's 14, and Misato is 29. We got a case here. Let's get Drake in here, bro. He can't relate to this, but oh well, you get what I mean. That effort really didn't do anything because he didn't realize that she's dead. That wasn't really motivating him. So after that, Shinji does absolutely nothing, and then does nothing, and then of course they had to take Asuka there. She was putting in numbers, messing them up, but then I think they were regenerating or some shit. But they started coming back, and then and then they were trying to get her back and all those things. Yeah, he did. She was trying. She was doing that thing, but then push comes to shove, things happen, and then Asuka died. A blatant. You should see this scene. See this scene. Her hand was raising up, and then it just ended. No. Yeah. Then after that, Shinji sees all of this, goes into God mode, and then freaking like locks in and then tries to stop everybody. But then he merges with the god, the blue, and then they ask him a question about things that, do you really like your life? Stuff like that. More boring stuff and more boring other things that I'm not going to go into detail because I'm lazy and I can't edit this video for that long because yeah. This is you guy. Dead me, man. Well, yeah. After, as I was saying, they had a discussion about how's your life been and everything, and then he decides that I really wanted my life back and shit like that. That I didn't like it. He's a hypocrite to his own ideals. Like, it doesn't make sense. Just like lying to himself, telling himself that everything is alright, but then he just lies to himself. He says that he's gonna go through this basic. He's gonna go through this thing, and then he tells everybody that he's sorry. Like, he makes it for himself. He had people like Misato was a good person towards him, but then they didn't really he didn't go all of his efforts to try and actually help people. Shinji's always apologizing for the things that he's doing, and then he just talks later again. As I said, he's a hypocrite to his own ideals. Right, in the movie, he went with her and then became God, and then he had his whole way of deciding that is everybody's fate. He said that everybody should be one, and then every individual should go through no fear, no individuality. And then he later changes his mind, saying that he doesn't want that and he just wants everybody to not. I don't know. He's just his way of thinking, his way of light. Like, if you just watch the movie, if you watch the series, Shinji Mikari is a complicated character, and I'm gonna finish the video and study more about him. When Shinji speaks, he lies. Like, it's so bad. Wait, let me explain. Like, he lies. So nobody likes him. Oh my god. Like, in the show, he's seen to have friends, seen to have people. Like, people that actually care about him. Like, he had friends that he keeps on lying to himself that, oh, he's the victim. I keep on saying he likes lying to himself that he's the victim, that he's the one that goes through all these trauma and everything. Then he goes through this complex that he likes these three main girls in the whole series. But then he doesn't know which one that like he really does like him. And then he doesn't he's just so weird. See, because Shinji, he's 14 years old, understandable, but then he just doesn't think right of what he's meant to do. Like, when I see Shinji, and when I like trying to understand him, I rewatched the movie twice. And to end it off, I started clapping. I was just clapping. Woo! Yeah, I was just clapping, Loki, because that movie was a 10 out of 10. It portrayed every character about how they are, the mental traumas that they went through, the struggles, the challenges, the epiphany, the things that they had to go through. And man, they just had to go through a lot of things. But like, I feel like the only same character here was Ryoji, because he didn't look like he had any problems. Maybe I'll go into deep in detail next video, but for now, this is just me hating on Shinji because I hate him. I hate his decisions and I hate him as a character. But even though he's 14 years old, he did try. No, he's a bitch. Yo, Toby, roll the outro.